Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. We've discussed about the series data type in Pandas library, right? In this video we'll be discussing about the second data type and the most important data type in Pandas, which is the data frame. So let's begin. First of all, I'm going to import both the libraries NumPy and Pandas into our code by typing import NumPy as np and then import pandas as pd. Perfect. So I hope you guys remember the package in NumPy called random, which we used to create arrays with randomly generated numbers, right? So we are going to use that to create an array. So for that I'm going to type np dot random, and from random I'm going to access rand n, and I'm going to create in this case let it be a 4x5 array. Okay, so this array will be having 4 rows and 5 columns. Okay, just run the cell and see what happens. So we have a randomly generated an array with randomly generated numbers which has 4 rows and 5 columns, right? I'm going to quickly copy this into a variable, maybe like data. Okay, and run this and see what we have inside data here. Perfect. As you can see, a NumPy array have got some limitations, like it doesn't have a column name and row index labels, right? So a data frame kind of solves this issue. It is built over a NumPy array, and it has got index labels and also column names. Let's see how to create a data frame. So first of all, in order to create a data frame, I have to type pd dot data frame with D and F capital, and inside the bracket let's see what all things can be provided. So the first argument that we can pass is the data, then the index label or the row names, and then the column names, right? So in the place of data we already have a 4x5 array already created. So what we're going to create is a 4x5 tabular data or a data frame, like which has a data frame which has 4 rows and 5 columns. Okay, so in the part of data, let's copy this variable and paste that. So we have the 4x5 array, and then comma, the second argument that we can pass is the index or the row names, right? So we have like 1 2 3 4 rows, right? So we have to give names for each rows. For example, in this case I'm going to give names as a b c d, and it should be passed inside a list. So okay, type a square bracket, and inside that, inside quotes, let's say name of the first column, let it be name of the first row, which is A, name of the second row, which is B, name of the third row, which is C, and name of the fourth row, which is D. Fine. Okay, comma, let's see what is the next argument that we can pass inside this, and that is the column names. Okay, so let the column names be another list, and let it be maybe column 1, column 2. We have like 1 2 3 4 5 columns, so we have to provide 5 column names: column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5. Perfect. Now let us just run the cell and see the results. Okay, perfect. So a data frame with 4 rows and 5 columns are created with the data that we have provided as a form of an array, right? A data frame looks very much similar to an Excel sheet, right? In your data science journey, you'll have to majorly deal with a lot of data frames. So it is really important that your basics are clear about data frames. Now that we have created a data frame, let's see how to access a particular column or a row from a data frame. And before doing that, I have to copy this data frame into a variable, and according to convention I'm going to copy this into a variable called df, and run this and let's see what is inside df. So df is this particular data frame. Okay, so let's say I want to access this column number 1. Okay, all the elements inside column number 1. So what do we have to do? We just have to type the name of the data frame and then provide a square bracket, and inside that directly provide the name of the column which we want to access, and in this case it is column 1, which is col1, and just run the cell and we have all the elements inside the first column, which is column 1, provided here with the corresponding index values, right? So when I just check the data type of this, like using the type function and providing this inside the type function, as you can see, this particular thing is a series. What that means is every single column inside a data frame is a series. Now let's see how to access more than one column from a data frame. And in order to do that, I have to type df, then a square bracket, and then inside that pass another list with all the names of the columns that we want. So in this case I want column 1, and then separated by comma the next column which I have to extract, which is maybe column 2. Okay, inside quotes column 2, and then just run this cell and we have this thing as the output, like a slice of this. We have access to 2 columns here. Let's quickly check the type of this particular thing. Just copy this into the type function and run this, and you can see the data type of this is a data frame. What that means is when more than one column is accessed, it returns a data frame instead of a series. When just a single column is extracted, it is in the form of a series. Perfect. So now that's about retrieving or accessing a particular column, right? What if I want a particular row instead? If I just want the row named A, okay, all the elements inside the row named A. Let's try the same way, like df, a square bracket, and inside that provide the row name, which is A, and just run the cell and see what happens. As you can see, we have an error. So that is not the right way to access a particular row. So in order to access a row, you will have to first of all provide the name of the data frame, and then use the method which is the lock method or LOC, and instead of a normal bracket provide a square bracket in this case, and inside the square bracket provide the name of the row which you want in return. So in this case I'm going to provide A and just press run the cell, and we have row A retrieved from our original data frame, which is df. Let's visualize df here real quick, and as you can see, all the elements inside the row A is extracted with the corresponding column names as the index. So let's just quickly check the data type of this using the type function, and copy this and paste it here. And as you can see, when we retrieve just a row from a data frame, it is also a series. Now in order to access more than one row, I can type df dot lock, then a square bracket, and just provide one more list. Inside that provide all the row names that I want, maybe in this case A, then B, and then C. Okay, then just run the cell and we get a data frame in return, right? Okay, so there is one more way to access elements inside a row, which is using the ilock method, which is written as df.ilock, and in this case you don't have to provide the index label of the row. We can just provide the index directly. For example, if I want to return access this row C, the index of C is 0, 1, 2, right? So just provide 2 inside the square bracket, and that particular row will be given as the output. Now what if I just want a slice of this data frame? for example, just see what is inside df. And what if I want just 1 2 3 4 5 6, these 6 elements, like the 1 2 3 and this elements as output. In order to do that, we can just find a common area between these 2 rows and these 3 columns, right? So for that, I'm going to type df dot log function or locate method, and inside that provide 2 lists separated by commas, and inside the first list provide the rows which we want. So in this case we want a and b, right? So a comma b, perfect. And I need this much elements, right? So the common area is this, so I'll have to provide these 3 columns inside the list of columns. So column 1, column 2, then we have column 3, right? Let's just run this and see if this works. Yes, perfect. So we have this particular slice of these 6 elements in return when we have provided the necessary rows and columns. Okay, so what if we just want a particular element out of this? So just check if we want this particular element in, or data as the output. Just check the row name, which is C, and the column name, which is this, and just provide that inside the lock method. Just type df dot locate or lock, and inside the square bracket I'm going to provide the corresponding row index, which is C. Okay, and then a comma, and then the corresponding column, which is col3, and just run this and we have the output. So that is all for this video. We'll discuss about further manipulation techniques in DataFrame in the coming videos. So take care, bye bye.